Sound rolling, rolling, camera rolling, speeding. My growth. Scene 1A, take 80. Marker. Well, hello. So, this is my life. Yeah, this is my life. I don't really know what to say except this is a video about my growth. It's going to be rarely edited. I just want to get my thoughts out there. So, I've never liked learning. I've always been a hard learner. I've been a visual learner. I went to 3 schools in my lifetime because we moved a lot. So I went to my first school, which was it was tough. I think it was until I was like 8 years old, and my mom just she had to deal with the most chaotic kid on earth because I didn't want to go to school. So I would every morning I would just throw this tantrum. I can't say the word the fit. I always have a fit and I would run off out of school and I would hide away from my mom and it was bad. It was severely bad. Um and so this kind of went on to the other schools. And it stopped though when I went to online school. And the reason I went to online school was on my third school, I was in 6th grade. And after so many times I would run off or cry and not wanting to go to school, I couldn't take it anymore. And I sat in the office refusing to move. And I was staring at the floor. And I was really just I was not in a good state. And it was so bad that my principal said she would expel me. So so at that point my mom was like, "Okay, this won't work, so let's switch to online school." So we went to online school and I loved it. It was the best experience ever because I could go at my own pace. And it really just helped me just really just learn as much as I can and could and not let any other stuff distract me because I'm not that social. I'm kind of social. I feel like I'm an introvert and extrovert at the same time, but I just couldn't, focus when there's a bunch of social activities in school and all that. But being able to just sit down, do my work, and then I'm done for the day. I really like that. I really like that. Best. That was the best way I could learn. And I was very disciplined. I had a lot of discipline on myself. I would wake up at like 5:30 in the morning. I'm not kidding. I would say a prayer, then I would eat my breakfast, let our dogs out, and then boom, I'm right on there for school. And it was good, and it went on till high school. During high school, like I would wake up at like maybe 9 or 8, and I would still get clothes. I would still get like formal clothes on because if you have your pajamas on, you can't really do school. Because then you just get tired because you're in your pajamas, you're in comfy clothing. But if you're like in something like this, now of course I wouldn't be wearing something like this at school, but like just like if you are in really formal clothing, you will feel like you won't feel like you're tired or you just feel ready for the day. So being in pajamas wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't be in pajamas. And so I would wake up at 8 to 9 in high school, so I would kind of still have it together. But when I got done with high school, we didn't know what to do. I never thought about going to college because I never thought I was a college person because I was the same kid who would run out of schools, and and it was bad. So if I'm that kid, how would I be able to do college? College is way worse. But then we found a workaround. We were like, okay, so online school was great, but what about college? College online. What if college was online? I don't know. But I was like, okay, yeah, I think I can do it because online has been always the best thing for me, and college is a little tougher, but at least I knew what I wanted to do, and I didn't have to learn meaningless stuff to me that was like math and stuff. If you like math, sorry, just how I feel. But so I was like, okay, well, I've always wanted to go in the creative realm, which is like I always drew comics, I always written stories, I always made skits, and I was like, okay, what part do I want to take part in the creative realm? And I was like, okay, well, I really like making movies, like making short films and skits and stuff. I've always been good at that stuff because I always just liked just having fun and escaping this world into a little creative realm. And then we went on to a university called First. We looked at that, and we were about to go. I was ready. We were about to pay for it. We were about to enroll, really. And and then my stepdad said something. He said he said don't choose the first thing you see. Have your eyes open because this is a one time thing. And I was like, okay. So we kept looking, and I'm so happy we kept looking because I'm sure First University is a good school. It's a film school, by the way. But I feel like I feel like Full Sail University, which is the university we found and I kept with, um, is really the best university I could go to. And it's a film school. And so we chose it. Chose Full Sail University online. And so yeah, and on September, not September. So on in January 2023, I started my first ever college degree, which was a certificate in film and video, to be exact. And I did my first class. It was great. It was actually kind of easier than I thought. Because I just thought it would be like, oh my gosh, so much work. Oh my gosh. But I think it was because I liked it so much that I was good at it. I felt like in the zone. So, so yeah, so I just kept going to my second month, to my third month, and it was just boom, boom, boom. I just kept going and I felt good. And, there's some hard classes, I'm not gonna lie, but I just kept going through it. And I'm shocked to this day, but at the end of the certificate, I had a 4.0 GPA. Am terrible at quizzes. I am terrible at school. So how the heck did I get a 4.0? Well, probably because there weren't really any quizzes. There were some, but it was mostly just visual learning, which, by the way, I'm a great visual learner. So it was great. It was like the perfect match because Folsom University takes a lot of hands-on learning. You film short films and you film to-do videos and all that, and so it's very visual. And if they do teach you something just purely just online, they don't require any assignments like to do like something like this. Um, they would still like show you videos, and they would have like whiteboard like drawings of it and stuff, and it was great. I really appreciated that. So at the end of certificate 4.0 graduation came, and I was so excited. I felt really good about myself. And by the way, I was 17. Yeah, I was 17 when I did my certificate, and right now I'm 18. And I sat down my family. I put up little decorations. That was so cute. I was so excited, and there was a ceremony for the graduates. And I sat my family down, and we waited for my name to be announced in Seven, the thing. It never came. My brothers, my poor brothers, they had to wait, and they're not that patient, but at least they waited, and it was 2 hours long. 2 hours. And my brothers were waiting, very annoyed, and I was kind of too, because I was like, dude, why aren't they announcing my name? I feel like it's because it was a certificate, because a certificate isn't really a thing that it's good, but something like an associate or bachelor is more important, so they announce that stuff, but certificates, they don't really announce that kind of stuff, I guess. But they didn't announce my name, and I was sad, and I cried. My brothers left because they didn't want to deal with it, so I don't blame them. But I was crying, and my mother was there for me, and she made me feel better. And I just felt like my work was for nothing, like it didn't get announced. And yeah, that was stupid because I I had so much stuff in my portfolio then, and just felt way more better um at filmmaking, but I just feel like not being announced or not being acknowledged just really hurt. And I cried, and then she went to do some laundry, and she let me be. And I fast forwarded to the credits, which I thought would be just like, oh, this was made by this person, but it wasn't. It was graduates more graduates, and guess what was in that list? Ethan Kempton. I looked at that name in the list under Film and Video Certificate graduates in 2023, and I couldn't believe it. I was so proud of myself. And my mom, I shouted, I was like, "Mom! Mom!" And she was like, "Oh, Ethan, what's up?" And I'm like, "My name's in the list. My name's in the list. My name's in the list." And she was like, "Oh my god, you cutie pie." And she took a video and was jumping up and down. I was like, "I did it. I did it. I did it. I graduated. I did it. I did it." And it was the greatest day of my life. I'm not gonna lie. Um so far. But then I went to my associate. Now, this is my last degree ever I'm gonna do in Full Sail University, probably. That's just what I'm thinking, because I feel like a certificate and associate is good enough for me to get jobs out there. And what I chose in an associate was digital cinematography, which, for in short, is just film and video. And I started in January 2024, so same month like last time. And I started. Actually, wait, no, not January. It was October. It was October. And but I did start my toughest class in January, so it was kind of like the start of like a new era of my associate, because that was the toughest class ever, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But in October started, felt really good, and but instead of taking one class per month, I took two classes the first month. Every other month it was like 1 month or maybe three, but the first one was 2 months. So it was a big adjustment. But I really am grateful I took those classes, because they invited me into a whole new group of friends that I'm so happy to know to this day. So in psychology of play, which is pretty much, I don't know how to talk about it. It's just a regular class that talks about hobbies and stuff. I don't really know what to describe it, but it was a good class. I learned a lot. But there was an assignment in week 3, and it was to play a video game. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't what we do normally. This was a really laid back class, not like others. But we got to play a game with other friends. And I guess, not friends, but other students. And this person, her nickname is Artemis, she created a keynote, or not keynote, Excel document with like a list of like just saying, here I create a Discord server, for all of us to join and play games on there, so that way we don't have to be asking each other and be really uncomfortable and awkward because we're socially awkward. Um, but that was really nice. And so it was an Excel document, and I put my name in there, and I joined the server for the first time ever. It was called a Psychology of Play server, and that's where I met my friends, my future friends, Zane, Artemis, Zez, Kira, really others, but I can't think on top of my name. But those are their nicknames, and we kept it up until now. Like we kept going. We didn't when the class ended. We just kept the server up, and we changed the name and we changed the profile, which is a little contest we did. It was kind of fun, and it's now called um Secret Mission Project Game, and it's a pretty cool title. But I met a lot of really, really cool people, and they're in different degrees of the program. Psychology of Play is just a class that all of us take, and I just really enjoyed just spending time with them virtually online and getting to know them and talking to them and venting about stuff that we have like different like types of like different we have like different tabs, like vented out, which is like venting everything that's going on in our lives and us kind of being there for each other. Then we have like share your art, where you share your art. Then just general stuff, and etc. And I actually got to meet one of my friends on there. His name's Zez, nickname, and he is such a cool guy, and I got to meet him in real life. We'll talk about that later. But in January is when I started the composition and visual design class. That was my hardest class ever. A lot of hard work was put in that class. And it's a very, very long story. So here we go. So in January, actually in December, we got a launch box. A launch box is just has all our stuff. It has like a bunch of gear in it. And I got this camera that you're looking through the lens in. It's a Sony FX6, a very good camera. Costs a lot of dough, a lot of cookie dough, and got some really cool lighting that I can't really show right now, but it's just a lot of cool lighting and like GVM lighting. And in December we had to set it up 2 weeks before the class, because in the first week of the class you shoot something right away. So I had to set up my lighting and set up my camera. And in the first class that began of the CVD class, we had a shooting assignment, and it was a still life shot, which was pretty much you take a photo of something, just a random object, and it seems simple, right? No, not simple at all. No, no, no. It's a lot of little moving pieces. And I could talk all day about it, but I don't want to. I don't want to really. It's a lot. What I'll say is 3-point lighting, composition, a lot of other stuff that goes into it, and it was a very hard class. In the first week, my camera broke. Yep, worst thing that could ever happen in that class, because the whole thing about the class is you need your camera and your lighting, and if you don't have them, you don't start the class. So my camera broke in the middle of the week on Wednesday, and I was so angry and mad and sad and happy. I was a mix of emotions, because I was like, oh, maybe I can take a month off and not have to deal with this class. But no, I got that camera fixed, but in the meantime, I took a hiatus from the class for 2 months. So it seems nice, right? No. I downloaded everything from that class, and I studied it in that 2 months when I didn't have the class. I took 2 months off of Full Sail totally, because I wanted to focus on that class, read all the material, and get the assignments done. So when I started the class in March, which is after 2 months, I would have all the assignments done. And I got all the assignments done for week 3. for until week 3, but I didn't get the ones done for week 3. And week 4 was kind of like a summary, wasn't really any shooting assignments. It's a week. If someone did bad, they could reshoot assignments in week 4. But week 3 was the only assignment I didn't get done, but that was fine because week 2 and 1 was done. I had that totally done. Every reading material to week 4 was done. The shooting assignments to week 3, for week 3 wasn't done, but week 1 and 2 was. I'm making this so complicated. I'm sorry. It was, I got it done though, and when I started the class, I was submit, 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 and then I started working on the week 3 assignment, and I got it done, um, and also there was a Facebook group, which just a little summary, Facebook group, of composition and visual design. It's the class. Um, I still have it now, and I like to share my projects to them. Really cool per group. Anyways, sorry to bring that up. Just wanted to bring it up. I ended up getting 100 in the class. Huge achievement with a lot of extra credit, which was what I also worked on in the 2 months. Um, and that bumped my grade up from a 95, I think, to 100, which definitely saved my 4.0. I'm sure if I got a 95, it wouldn't ruin it, but just having 100 in the hardest class was the biggest achievement ever. Um, and I think it was the best day of my life when I found out I got 100 on the class. A greater feeling than the graduation, so far. So so yeah. So then I moved on into my associate after that, and now I created a short film, which I'm still producing. It was a 3-class thing. It was like one class you create the actual like idea. You create an idea off a script you wrote in a different class, which I took from the certificate. But anyways, you create the idea, and then you create a photo storyboard for it. And then the ninth class, you actually shoot it. And then in the 3rd class, you edit it. And then in the 4th class, which is kind of an addition class, is when you like submit it to a film festival, which I haven't done yet, and and added a title sequence. But I feel really happy with the title sequence I got. But I got to the 3rd class, and now I'm done with the 3rd class, so I'm officially done with the short film. I haven't submitted it to a film festival, and I still got to do a title sequence. But in my eyes, I feel like it's pretty damn good and pretty damn polished. So in my opinion, I think it's done. So, and it was called Soap Suds. It was about my OCD because I have a lot of issues with my OCD, and my hand used to be blood red, and I don't want to gross you out the details, but it was bad. So it was horrible. Had to do a lot of therapy, take some medicine. But I made a short film about it because I feel like I needed to express the growth I've had through storytelling. So I did that, and it was beautiful. Terrible acting, but that's because my mom and I aren't actors. And bless her soul, my mother was doing the greatest she could, and I was too, but we're not actors, so just bad acting. And I really should have done something with less dialogue, but the more you know, the more you learn. So I got the short film done, and now I'm in this class. Lighting techniques. Lighting techniques is what it is. Really just shooting photos of lighting and stuff. And I did, for this week, which I'm in week 2 right now, I had to do 4 photos, which actually, right now, you're looking for you're watching what this video is. I took a photo of, with a little different lighting for a certain photo of this week for this week's assignment. But I had to do comedy lighting, drama lighting, suspense lighting, and beauty lighting, and they all have their different types of lighting, and you have to pretty much take those photos, do a synopsis. I can't say the word. You have to do a summary on it, and it's a little boring, but finally got it done, and I'm really proud of that. But I got 2 months. I have 2 months after this. I have August and September. August, I have 2 classes, Development Seminar and Portfolio 3, where I will submit my short film to a film festival, I think. And then or just finish it entirely. And the development seminar is just like a parallel class, just to, I don't know why it's not really important, but it's so a cool class. And then in September, my last month of my associate, um, I am going to be taking web design, which I'm kind of excited for because I need to learn web design for my website and stuff. I got a website called Cosmic Films. Um, there's some trouble with it right now. Technical issues. I don't know why. It's with a domain name or something. I bought it. I don't know, but I have it figured out. I think I got the website, but I'm probably gonna create a new one for the web design class. But that's the last class, and then October I graduate, and I'm actually going to the graduation, um, at the actual Full Sail campus because I love that campus, and I really wanted to walk the plank, no, walk the stage in the graduation ceremony in real life, because this is a really big thing for me, and I didn't want to watch a seminar online. I want to really just be there because I've been at Full Sail before 2 times, on the campus because I live in Tennessee, so I have to move. I have to go over to Florida to see it. Um, so I feel like this would be a really good chance for me to just really just take everything in and really, really celebrate. So in October, I'm going to Full Sail University campus. Now, we're done with the learning gumbo. Now I'm going to talk to you about the times I got to Full Sail campus. So I have gone to the Full Sail campus 2 times, 3 times in October. And the first time I went was it was really just a day trip. My family and I were going to a cruise, and the cruise shipped off. The cruise out began in Florida. It was docked in Florida, and then it'll go, and then it'll come back in Florida. So we were already in Florida, and since we decided to go to the Full Sail campus because why not? And it was a really cool day. I just spent one day there, and I got a tour, and it was great, and it was such a cool experience. Um, but then the second time around, we went to the campus, just my mom and I though, and this time we were going for a full week, 5 days I think, and we're going for the Hall of Fame. Now the Hall of Fame is a very really popular Full Sail event that takes place every year, usually in the summertime, and this was in May, and it was really it's really just a festivals to celebrate a sir to celebrate I think 6 people that have graduated Full Sail but have accomplished great things great things, and so um yeah, it's a week celebrating them, and we went, just so I can experience the festival and have fun and really just all that. And I got to meet one of my friends, Zez, like I stated previously, and he was a great guy in real life, great guy on online, and yeah, we met for like just like quick 5 minutes, and it was a really cool experience. And I really I couldn't believe that someone I met online I could meet in person, even though he lives in Florida, literally like many states away from where I am. Being able to see him for just for 5 minutes was really cool. And so I enjoyed the rest of the week. It was really great. I felt like I found my people, and I still feel that way. I feel like Full Sail is just a place where I can find my people, and that's why I really want to go to Florida. I really, really want to go to Florida so I can work at Full Sail University, get a place nearby. I can't drive, eyesight thing. Probably get it figured out. But for now, I'm not focusing on it just so I can focus on school. But get a place near, probably walk or bicycle, and just work there. And I really feel like everyone there gets me. I feel like everyone's as socially awkward as me. No offense. I just feel like everyone is just like I click with everyone there. I feel like I found my place. I feel like an alien, and I feel like I found my home planet. And just that week was great. Um, ate a lot of good food at a lot of good food trucks. Um, got a lot of cool, fun shirts of Full Sail Hall of Fame, and just I had a lot of fun. And I met a lot of cool people too. I met a lot of cool people that I still am in contact with, and but yeah, meeting Zaz was a great experience, and yeah, that was pretty much it. And this is pretty much a summary of my Full Sail experience of my life, pretty much, in my opinion. Just on my life in general, where I am right now. 2 months until graduation, and I feel good. I also have been doing commercial business, which I really am proud of. Creating commercials for small businesses, getting my name out there. I even got business cards, ran out. I'll get some new ones later on. But um, yeah, this is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Oh, wait. And cut. Hopefully that, hopefully that switches to like a black background. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways.